Hello, in this video I'm going to go over another essential set in healing. This is the Spell Power Cure set. This is typically run on the main healer. This is one of the most powerful healing sets in the game. Should be a staple in trials as well as dungeons. Gives a very huge amount of weapon damage. Very powerful set. Always should be run on one of your healers in your trials. So let's get into it. What does it do? Um, you always want to wear this on the body if you can. If you're running a mythic or something and you have to front bar this, then you really need to make sure that you are able to get back on the bar as quickly as possible, because the buff only lasts for 5 seconds on an overheal. So you only want to be off of your front bar. If you're running it on your front bar, you only want to be off of your front bar for 5 seconds. So make sure you get back on your front bar to reproc the major courage there. It gives 430 weapon and spell damage to your whoever you're overhealing. You get 2 lines of maximum magicka and a line of weapon and spell damage there. Um, you should build this in light armor in Divine Trait for PvE groups, dungeons, and trials. If you're in PvP, then this is still a good set for that as well. You may want to go with a different trait. Um, but this is a light set, so in PvP you may want to run it on the jewelry in case you want to run a heavy set or something like that. Um, but let's get into it. Easy to proc this set. All you got to do is overheal yourself with a hot, and that's going to keep the buff up continually for however long your hot is running. And so there's the major courage there. And as long as you have, like I said, a hot going on you, this is just going to continue to reset like that as long as you keep the heal over time going. Um, it's going to hit all of your teammates. So it'll make it really easy to keep up. Again, as I said in a previous video, I like to pair this set with Ozazon, and that's because they both proc off of overheals, so this really pairs really well with that set. I would recommend running Ozazon with um, SPC, or Spell Power Cure is the full name. It's often called SPC, so if you see that in chat, that's what they're talking about. Um, this comes from White Gold Tower. You do not have to run the dungeon on veteran. You can just run it on normal. Another kind of sneaky way of getting the white gold, the set, if you don't really want to run the dungeon, is if you go into Imperial City and you obtain some of the Imperial fragments there, that's at the very bottom of my screen, then you can just simply travel into White Gold Tower, and there is a vendor inside of the dungeon. What the heck, I'll just travel there because I got nothing else better to do. I'll travel into the dungeon, and you can buy coffers from the vendor for the set. It's a very unique situation for White Gold Tower or Imperial City Prison that you can do this. A lot of people may not know this, but you can get the Imperial fragments by just running around killing ads in Imperial City, and then you can actually travel to the White Gold Tower, and before you actually enter the dungeon, when we load here, I'll show you where the vendor is. You run in here, there's the mission giver right there. You turn right and you go down this little hallway right here. And then there's a door you can go in. And then there's the vendor right here standing here. You can come up into here and talk to this guy here. He sells a shoulder piece there that you can buy if you wanted to buy that. But then you come down here to Spell Power Cure, and each box costs 80 of the Imperial fragments. So you can buy several coffers there, open them up, see if you get any Divine's armor pieces. If you do, lock them and keep them. If you don't, you could literally fill your sticker book without even running the dungeon. You can just buy coffers and do it that way. That's an easy way to get the coffers if you've got that currency and you don't have anything else to spend it on. That's a recommendation to get the set, or even if you've already collected everything out of the dungeon but you don't have transmute crystals to build, but you have some of those Imperial fragments. You could go buy some coppers, and you may very well get some armor pieces that you can use to build on your character there. So that's one way to get the set if you're wanting to get it and you don't have the stones and you don't really want to run the dungeon. You can try doing that if you've got some of the Imperial fragments to run, and get the pieces that way. But always use this set in content, in trials, in dungeons. This is an extremely powerful set. It will help your fights go a lot faster by pumping up your DPS damage a lot. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video down the road. Bye.